For the very first time, you can spend gold globally on anything, like a cup of coffee, a pizza, a family vacation. You can use this currency with a Glint Mastercard, where you actually, it's like a credit card, but you're paying in gold. And with me is Jason Cozens, the CEO of Glint Pay. A lot has happened since the last time we spoke. We've had the stock market, in a bear market. Crypto absolutely was vicious.
Yeah.
But you're dealing with gold, which all of a sudden seems mature and adult-like. I mean, how do you see what we're going through right now economically?
Well, of course, yeah, we've seen stock markets down 25% on the cryptocurrencies, down 50%. Stable coins have turned out not to be as stable as we thought they were. Terra, I think, went to zero.
Yeah.
Really, actually, quite a terrible time for a lot of people, and I'm sorry to imagine that a lot of people have lost a lot of money. But yeah, with war in Ukraine, with inflation out of control, where people are trying to, where do they turn to? And they've basically turned to the US dollar and gold.
Yeah.
As the only things they think they've got. They've moved to cash, but dollar cash.
Right.
And gold bullion. Gold bullion is the mature choice, and actually, of course, over time, gold is going to nail the dollar too, because the huge amount of money printing and inflation always leads to the purchasing power of the dollar decreasing over time. And I've said this before, but the dollar has lost more than 85% of its purchasing power in my lifetime. I mean, it's become nearly worthless.
Yeah.
But gold in that same time has increased its purchasing power by over 500%. So it's the ultimate, most, I think, reliable form of money there is. But unfortunately, people's perception is that you can't spend it. It's kind of being given this this position, as something that's a barbarous relic, I think, is what Buffett called it. But of course, the dollar used to be backed by gold.
That's right.
And it was in 1971 that we had the Nixon shock, and he came off the gold standard, and he planted this magic money tree, and this magic money tree has grown and grown and grown to extraordinary sizes, and that's what's been fueling this bubble in stock market prices and cryptocurrencies. It's what's, I think, destroying the value of the dollar and other currencies around the world. I mean, all governments have planted their magic money trees.
Well, that's right. And I hear China may be starting to support their economy again.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, it brings us back to gold. It's a global thing.
It's, gold is, I keep saying to people, it's created when two neutron stars collide. Its nature can't be corrupted. Anything whose nature is defined by human beings, such as government-issued currencies or cryptocurrencies, is subject to corruption, even with the best intentions. It's corruptible, it's changeable, and the reason why we love gold is because it can't be. You can rely on it. It's immutable. What a wonderful word. But Glint's technology now allows you to use it as everyday money.
Yeah.
In electronic payments.
So let's talk about that. So let's talk about the Glint Mastercard. And just tell me, I know we've talked about it before, but explain how it works.
Really, really simple. Just get your phone out, download the Glint app, Glint Pay, from your favorite app store. It takes a few minutes to register. About 80% of you will get passed and approved straight away, automatically. About 20% of you will need to send in some additional identification documents. But it's all very easy to do. Then when you've done that, you can fund your account. You can have a card delivered to you, a Mastercard. So we've partnered with Mastercard, who it's accepted nearly everywhere in the world.
Yeah.
And once you've got funds in your account, you can use your dollars with the card if you want to. But what all of our clients do is buy some gold, and you can buy as little as 1 cent's worth of gold or millions of dollars worth of gold. And then when you choose to, you can spend that gold. So money is something you should be able to save, but also spend. And now we're giving everyone an equal opportunity to have their own personal gold standard and protect them from all the troubles we're seeing in the world.
And it's just an app on iOS and Android
called
Glint Pay?
Called Glint Pay.
Okay.
And the the money that you put into the account is FDIC insured, up to $250,000, as in
Just like a bank?
a normal bank.
Okay.
We're not a bank. You know, we're regulated though, and we're partnered, as I said, with Mastercard. And you know, the price of gold does fluctuate against the dollar, or should I say, gold is kind of. I see gold as being, you know, standard. It doesn't change. As they call it, the gold standard. It's immutable. It's unchanging. But the confidence in the US dollar goes up and down, and as that happens, the price of gold goes up and down. But generally, over time, the purchasing power of the dollar is going down, and therefore the price of gold is going up.
So relative to each other, gold is holding
But with
its
the app, you can flip between dollars and gold. It's real gold. It's allocated to you.
Yeah.
It's in a vault in Switzerland.
Okay.
Run by Brinks, who are one of the world's biggest and most reputable vaulting providers of precious metals. So, yeah, it's as safe as it gets, and it's very reliable.
Now, can I take my Glint card anywhere in the world and use it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I use it in London. I use it by my flight here. I use it to pay for a coffee, for the the car shares, the taxis.
Yeah.
And it is there's a very strong product market fit with the affluent and the people who've worked hard and saved money. But it is for everybody. And I was very pleased to get in a taxi the other day, and I said to the taxi driver, "Look, take me to this awards dinner at this hotel, but I need to go home and put on my dinner suit with my bow tie." So he said to me, "So what's the occasion?" I said, "It's a fintech awards dinner." "Fintech?" he asked. "What is fintech?" And I kind of started to explain to him what fintech was, and he said, "Oh yeah, I've heard. I understand what you mean, challenger banks and things like that." And I hadn't told him who I was. He said to me, "I've got one for you." He said, "Glint." So
no way.
It's the word is getting out there. We're no longer the best kept secret.
Yeah.
We've got 110,000 registered users. We onboarded 10,000 last month. So people are definitely turning to us for.
Well, and I've seen a lot of
Glint.
marketing on from Glint cards on CNBC and some other. Now, we talked a little bit about the macroeconomic reasons for gold, but we've seen a lot of geopolitical, you know, Russia, Ukraine. You know, it just feels like everything is kind of at a boiling point right now, and that is also a time where gold is increasing in value.
It's shocking. I mean, we have entered a Cold War. And, you know, if you're 40 years old, you were only 7 when the Berlin Wall came down. And people out there really have no idea what's happening right now. They're going through their lives. I mean, I'm looking out of Nasdaq now, and I can see people walking around. Really, I don't think the penny's dropped. You know, it's like, wake up. Your dollar is losing purchasing power by the day. We are now in a Cold War that has, you know, we haven't had that for 50 years. You know, it's a really bad situation. Of course, in these situations, people turn to the reliable form of money. They turn to the safe havens, and as we see inflation taking hold, as we see Cold War getting out of control, as we see the stock market collapsing, as the magic money tree bubble collapses, people are moving to gold, and they're moving to Glint in droves because it's our technology that allows it to be more portable. Yeah.
And what's for the future for gold or for Glint? I know you have added some features recently.
Yeah.
What are some things on the horizon?
Well, we're constantly improving the app to make it, at the moment, I'd say, to be fair, it's kind of back of wallet product where you're buying your gold and you're saving it and you're spending it when you need to. But over the next 12 months, you'll start to see functionality being added in that allows you to move that to the front of your wallet. And it won't be long, maybe within 12 months, when you'll be able to use this as your primary banking alternative.
Okay.
Gold-based.
Okay. Very interesting, Jason. Thank you so much.
Thank you.